Nagabenta ki khubor baman kasni pet but subscribe ya u Antor News. Kublay phi baro kini longi khubor bamta kasni. Ka sorkar MDA 2 min ka arfoi turik urimpang kalawan ra ya kamang tyngka ka baduna arhnyo hajar nyo pu ar tyngka klur na kabenta ka Snem ar hajar arpsaw hadu ar hajar arpusan. Kabalong kumbalay point prapulay percent jong ka cross state domestic product GSDP yathu umintri rangba akajilla ukonrat sangma. Haying dorbar thawan jong kamang tyngka. Ukonrat ke sangma uyathu kajilla kalanangkiu laisha ya ka Snem baladem. Ka sorkar ka don ya kalinti jong ka thong kata ka mission 10 ban pinwandur hadu $10 billion ha ka yo ka kot jong ka jilla hadu usnem ar hajar ar popra. Ka jingyo lum pisa baro lang kalong arpnyo hajar nyo fu ar klur tyngka ha ka balamang ba ka revenue receipt kanlong arpulai hajar sanspa khatsan klur tyngka bad ka capital receipt kalong lai hajar sanspa sanpnyo klur tyngka. Katba ka jingshim ram balai hajar sanspa arpnyo klur tyngka balade pelat ka jingyo lumpisa balamang kanlong arpulai hajar sanspa sausan klur tyngka. Haba benrap ba ka jingmang ban pelut kalong arpnyo hajar nyopu ar klur tyngka ya ka ba ka revenue expenditure lamang khat khandai hajar riuspa sanpulai klur tyngka bar ka capital expenditure kanlong nyo hajar sauspa khat khandai klur tyngka.
Honorable Speaker, sir, with your permission, I rise to present the budget for the financial year 2024-2025. Sir, today I stand before you with a sense of confidence and optimism to present the annual budget for 2024-25. 1 year ago, the citizens of Meghalaya reaffirmed their trust in the MDA government. This renewed and stronger mandate fuels our commitment to further prosperity and progress. Sir, I would like to begin by highlighting the key achievements of the government over the last 6 years. Government expenditure has more than doubled from 12,159 crores in 2018-19 to 25,052 crores in the current financial year. This was achieved through better performance on centrally sponsored schemes, attracting investments through externally aided projects, improving states' own resources and revenues, and careful management of state finances. In program after program, we have been able to leverage additional funding based on our excellent performance and timely completion of projects. Today, Meghalaya is one of the few states that gets bonus installments under schemes like Jal Jeevan Mission and National Health Mission. Agencies like IFAD and World Bank are providing additional allocations to expand our ongoing projects in agriculture and road infrastructure. Under the special assistance to states for capital investment, our allocation have been increasing exponentially. For 2023-24, the budget estimates for the scheme were 1,003 crores. I am pleased to inform this August House that we have already got approvals for 1,987 crores, close to double the budgeted amount. We have now completely streamlined the payment of salaries, pensions, and other benefits to 52,829 government employees, 35,403 pensioners, more than 21,000 personnel drawing grant in aid salaries, 24,039 SSA and other teachers, 28,450 wage employees, 7,051 Arshah workers, and 12,324 Anganwadi workers and helpers. The increased government expenditure has enabled us to complete and initiate several capital projects in the sectors of roads and bridges, water supply, power, sports, information technology, tourism, and urban development. Social infrastructure like schools and hospitals are being comprehensively renovated and upgraded. Administrative infrastructures like block offices and police stations are being renovated and reconstructed for the first time at scale. Development is reaching every village and locality in the state in the form of new roads, piped water connection, food processing units, community halls, water harvesting structures, and play fields. For the first time in the history of the state, a range of beneficiary-oriented programs that directly benefit our farmers, women, and youth are being universalized. Programs like Prime, Focus, CM Care, Yes Meghalaya, Green Meghalaya, and Skills Meghalaya have become household names. The state's new umbrella program for employment generation, CM Elevate, has garnered unprecedented response. Against a program target of setting up 20,000 enterprises in the sector of agro-logistics, tourism homestays, livestock and sericulture, 29,000 applications have been received in just 2 months. This is an example of the new Meghalaya, a state of aspiration, opportunity, and enterprise. This new energy and commitment of the state is acknowledged nationally and globally through multiple awards and recognitions. Sir, another remarkable achievement for the last 6 years has been the maintenance of peace and order. The challenge of COVID pandemic has been overcome through collaborative working with the communities and all sections of society. Sporadic episodes of law and order have been dealt with in an effective manner. Long-standing issues like the interstate boundary dispute are being resolved through a consultative and systematic approach, keeping the interests of the state and our people paramount. On the basis of the last 6 years' work and successes, Meghalaya today has the momentum. We can aspire for and achieve greater goals, individually and collectively. The recent past gives us all the reasons to be optimistic and move forward with confidence and pride. Our target to be amongst the top 10 states of the country in per capita GDP and SDG goals by 2032 is ambitious but possible. My government will make every effort to make it possible. As an intermediate goal, Meghalaya will contribute to the vision of Viksit Bharat by increasing its GDP to $10 billion by 2028. This is the commitment I made to Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji an year ago. I reiterate the commitment today in this August House. The last budget outlined the foundational plan for the $10 billion economy and 5 lakh employment opportunities by 2028. This budget further elaborates that plan and provides the funding required for its implementation. We will achieve a $10 billion economy through focusing on 10 opportunities. I would like to commit to 10 guarantees which will ensure that every Meghalayan benefits from the growth story and that our development over the next 4 years is equitable, sustainable, and just. Sir, continuing the tradition of improving the budgetary practice, the Finance Department has prepared revised estimates for the current financial year in January. This exercise enables realigning expenditures to be in line with the receipts. The revised estimates for 2023-24 are being presented before this August House, along with the budget estimates of 2024-25. The vision of doubling the state GSDP and making Meghalaya a $10 billion economy was set with GSDP of 2022-23 as the benchmark, when the state's GSDP was 42,697 crores or $5.3 billion. The GSDP for 2024-2025 is projected at 52,973 crores, or a 6.6 billion US dollar economy. The average annual growth rate for the period of 2023-25 has been a reassuring 11.4%. These numbers are encouraging and demonstrate the state is on track to achieve the 10 billion US dollar economy target. Sir, during the current year, the total estimates transfers from the center, which includes the share of central taxes, 15th Finance Commission grant, and centre's share of centrally sponsored schemes, is expected to increase to 18,168 crores from the budget estimate of 15,467 crores. The strong performance of the Indian economy provides the much required impetus to accelerate the growth of Meghalaya. The share of central taxes is expected to increase to 9,355 crore for financial year 2024-25 from the revised estimates of 8,471 crores for the current registering a growth of 10%. State's own tax revenue during the current year is 3,262 crores, an increase of 23% over the previous year. With the setting up of the State Economic Analysis Team and various reforms, including the end-to-end computerization in the Excise Department, the state's own tax revenue is estimated at 4,041 crores in 2024-25, of which GST is at 1,995 crores, taxes on sales and trade is at 1,156 crores, and excise at 661 crores. The state's own non-tax revenue was 457 crores in 2022-23. With the increase in prospecting license approval by the Government of India and the expected resumption of scientific coal mining, the non-tax revenue is estimated at 747 crores in 2024-25. Considering the overall anticipated transfers from the center and the projected state's own receipts, I am estimating the total expenditure for 2024-2025 at 27,000 crores and 72, of which revenue expenditure is 19,653 crores and capital expenditure is 7,419 crores. The projected capital expenditure is almost 4 times higher than the value in 2018-2019. The annual growth rate during the 7-year period, 2018 to 25, for the capital expenditure is a staggering 26% compared to 11% growth on revenue expenditure. I will move to the second part of my speech, deliberating on the 10 opportunities and the 10 guarantees. George Bernard Shaw famously said, "Don't wait for the right opportunity, create it." My government has created those right opportunities through leveraging Meghalaya's unique strengths. The 10 opportunity sectors have been identified based on their potential either to be drivers of growth or employment or both. Investment promotion and private sector development. Sir, the private investment is one of the key ingredients for economic growth. Private investments have not been forthcoming in Meghalaya due to challenges of difficult terrain and the distance from markets. However, the improvements in infrastructure over the last 6 years and the inauguration of long pending PPP projects like Vivanta, Shillong and Courtyard Marriott has created a positive environment for private sector investment in the sectors of tourism, information technology and information technology enabled services, healthcare, power and food processing. Achieving a GDP of 10 billion US dollars in the next 4 years requires substantial private sector investments to the tune of at least $1 billion or 8,000 crores. Towards this end, we are creating the region's best investment promotion ecosystem. The Meghalaya Industrial Investment Promotion Policy has been formulated and is in the public domain for comments and suggestions. Under the policy, a range of subsidies will be provided to investors and sectors like tourism and IT and ITES are being given industry status. Patent-based industries in green sectors will be given special preference. I am also optimistic that the Government of India's new industrial policy for the Northeast region will be announced soon. The combined incentives of the national and the state's industrial policies will definitely make Meghalaya a preferred investment destination. Promoting ease of doing business is fundamental to investment promotion along with providing incentives. The Meghalaya State Investment Promotion and Facilitation Bill 2024 has been approved by the Cabinet and is being placed before this August House for enactment. The bill provides for the creation of an Investment Meghalaya Authority, which will be the single empowered agency for undertaking all investment promotions and facilitation activities. The single window system is being streamlined and a unified application form and portal will be made applicable for investors. All this will decrease the regulatory burden and increase the ease of doing business. I am allocating an amount of 20 crores for setting up and functioning of the all-important Investment Meghalaya Authority. Regional connectivity and border trade. Meghalaya has a lot to gain from improved regional connectivity and the Bangladesh-Bhutan-India-Nepal corridor. Strengthening this through improving infrastructure and easing the movement of goods has the potential to raise India's income by 10% and Northeast region's income by 45%. I would like to inform this August House that Meghalaya is taking the lead in bringing together the varied stakeholders to promote multimodal connectivity in the BBIN countries. Projects like the Dhubri-Pulbari Bridge and the proposed Mahendraganj-Hili Road will transform the economy of Meghalaya. The 443 kilometers of international border that Meghalaya shares with Bangladesh presents several opportunities. To unlock these, the first international exporter-importer meet was held at the integrated checkpoint at Dauki. MOUs were signed between the business delegations on both sides and roadmap for improving logistics and reducing barriers to trade have been finalized. There is huge potential to diversify Meghalaya's exports to Bangladesh in fruits, vegetables, spices, and other horticulture products. The state currently has 7 functional land custom stations and 5 functional border huts. A proposal for setting up a new land custom station at Unkiang in East Jaintia Hills district is being pursued with the Government of India. Support infrastructure like road and internet connectivity, warehousing and cold storages are required to further promote trade. While we engage with Government of India for building this infrastructure, the state government will make immediate investments to facilitate border trade. For this, I am allocating an amount of 25 crores for 2024-2025. Urban transformation. The urban centers of Meghalaya contribute more than 40% of the state's GDP, playing a pivotal role in driving the state's economic growth. We are making strong progress in the development of New Shillong Township. Land measuring 232 acres has been allocated for building of the new Shillong Administrative City, which will have a large administrative complex to house a secretariat building and all the directorates. This integrated administrative complex is expected to cost 550 crores. A unity mall will be built at an estimated cost of 220 crores. Administrative and police housing will be built along with sports infrastructure and other urban amenities, taking the total investment to 1,200 crores. While the administrative city will be the hub of government, a knowledge city will be built in Maukonu, Maupadang. in the 808 acre of land procured by the government. The new Shillong Knowledge City will focus on sports, IT, tourism, and agro-logistics. The DPR for the city, at a cost of 5,400 crores, has already been submitted to the Government of India. The construction of the various projects in the city will be funded by state government, Government of India, and through private investments. It is expected that these two new cities will create 50,000 well-paying jobs. Road network between Shillong and administrative city at Umsauli and between the administrative city and the knowledge city at Maukanu are being taken up at an estimated cost of 520 crores. For 2024-25, I am allocating an amount of 365 crores for taking up various infrastructure projects at the administrative city and knowledge city. As the new cities substantially decongest Shillong, projects will be taken up to improve the overall ease of living. The Wamukra riverfront will be developed into a central hub for recreational, cultural, and social activities at an estimated cost of 40 crores. A comprehensive street rejuvenation project of a 10-kilometer stretch in the heart of Shillong and the redevelopment of 20 junctions is being undertaken with an investment of more than 50 crores. The cultural and commercial center of the city, Yodo, will be redeveloped to become a modern market and a tourist hub with an investment of 50 crores. I am allocating an amount of 70 crore for starting these iconic projects in 2024-25. A comprehensive mobility plan for Shillong and Tura is currently under preparation. The Shillong Urban Mobility Policy, with a broad framework to address its mobility issues, have already been approved. To transition to green mobility and in line with the state's electric vehicle policy 2021, 100 electric buses will be deployed in Shillong and Tura. To address the pressing issue of on-street parking, the state is creating 1,250 parking spaces in Shillong, 150 in Tura, and 100 in Jowai, with a total cost of 150 crores. Various projects under Shillong Smart City are nearing completion. The Integrated Command and Control Center and the shopping complex at Polo, being built at a cost of 214 crores and 100 crores respectively, will be completed in the next year. For the completion of all smart city projects, I am allocating an amount of 122 crores. To improve water management, the landfill site at Martin will be cleaned by employing biomining technology at a cost of 20 crores. The identification of a new integrated waste management site for the Shillong urban area is underway. A new site for waste management at Tura has been finalized. Similar efforts are on in other urban areas. To foster community involvement in urban rejuvenation efforts, the government has rolled out My City campaign, under which direct funding of up to 10 lakh rupees per locality will be provided to Dorbars, localities and community institutions to take up beautification and rejuvenation activities. I am optimistic that one of Meghalaya's urban centers can become the cleanest cities of the country, adding to the cleanest village and cleanest river epithets. For the year 2024-25, I am allocating an amount of 934 crores for the urban sector, of which 764 crores will be from state schemes. IT and ITES, Meghalaya as a tech hub. IT and ITES is a priority sector for our government. On the strength of our temperature, climate, sizable youth population, and the sufficiency of technical skills, we aspire to make Meghalaya the tech hub of Northeast India. We commemorated the 50th anniversary of statehood with the inauguration of the Shillong Tech Park. The second phase of the park is currently being developed in New Shillong Township with an investment of 121 crores. These two projects will create 20,000 jobs. The Tura Tech Park has been sanctioned with a cost of 127 crores. This project will spread Meghalaya's IT boom to the Garo Hills. The state's draft IT policy is in the public domain. The policy provides a range of incentives to encourage private investments in new tech parks. For the year 2024-25, I am allocating 149 crores for the IT sector, more than doubling farmers' income. The government's interventions and mission mode programs in the agriculture sector over the last 6 years have provided support to farmer groups engaged in horticulture and plantation crops for procuring better inputs, training on package of practices, transportation, aggregation, value addition, and marketing of produce. In the last 3 years, 166 processing units, 154 warehousing facilities, and 34 cold storages have been set up, covering even the remotest locations in the state. A hub and spoke model of prime hubs as the large processing units and collective marketing centers as primary processing units are being set up. These facilities are owned and managed by integrated village cooperatives, farmer producer organizations, and women's collectives. Some of our processing facilities are the first and the finest in the Northeast region. I am happy to inform this House that the first orange waxing unit in the Northeast is set up at Jirang, Ribhoi district. A bio-curcumin extraction unit is set up at Lasken, West Jente Hills. The region's most advanced jackfruit processing unit at Rongara, South Garo Hills. The largest cooperative-owned fruit and spice processing unit at Tikrikela, West Garo Hills. In the horticulture sector alone, an amount of 102 crores was spent on mission mode programs. 118 crores of grants were provided for setting up of prime hubs and processing units, and 37 crores of interest-free loans are provided as working capital. Another 100 crores was spent on providing first tranche of focus program to support farmers and producer groups. The cumulative expenditure on value chain development work in the sector stands at 357 crores. The government will strengthen all existing interventions and invest in new interventions to achieve the goal of more than doubling the income of the 4.5 lakh farming households of the state. Every block will have a prime hub to act as a food processing fulcrum for the area by 2028. To complete the construction of the ongoing 18 prime hubs and build new prime hubs and collective marketing centers, I am allocating 100 crores for 2024-25. The floriculture mission will be implemented to make Meghalaya the national leader in orchid production with an investment of 250 crores over the next 4 years. Support to the tune of 5 to 7 lakhs per household will be provided in select clusters. For 2024-25, I am allocating 40 crores for this mission. The recently launched Meghalaya Organic Mission aims at bringing 1 lakh hectares under the organic cultivation by 2028, making us the front runner in organic production. For 2024-2025, I am allocating 30 crores for this mission. The area under horticulture and plantation crops will be greatly expanded to provide long-term income security to our farmers. An additional 5,000 hectares of area expansion of pepper, coffee, cocoa, and cinnamon is planned for the next 2 years. The total investment towards these interventions will be 70 crores. And for the financial year 2024-25, I am allocating an amount of 35 crores. The second tranche of focus is already being released to eligible farmers, groups. I am allocating an amount of 100 crores to provide the third tranche in 2024-2025. To increase farm productivity, the irrigation network of the state is being expanded by an additional 18,400 hectares. To achieve, I am allocating an amount of 119 crores. The overall allocation for the agriculture and horticulture sector in 2024-25 stands at 427 crores, an increase of 16% from the last year's allocation of 368 crores. Animal husbandry and livestock rearing sectors are important both for providing nutritional security and additional income for rural households. Under the piggery mission, 367 cooperatives have been supported and more than 63 crores has been disbursed as interest-free loan, benefiting 27,150 rearers. Close to 50% of the funds provided under the Focus program has been invested by the producer groups in the piggery sector. There are 100 dairy cooperative societies in the state involving almost 1,032 members. Realizing the immense potential of this sector, the state piggery, dairy, goatery and poultry schemes have been made part of the CM Elevate program. 50% subsidy is provided to set up 15,000 new units for individuals and groups. All departmental farms are being strengthened to provide support services to the farmers. A new veterinary hospital will be set up at Upper Shillong with an investment of 30 crores. The overall allocation for animal husbandry and veterinary sector for 2024-25 is 183 crores. The textile sector is one of the primary employment generators for women in rural areas. Under the CM Elevate program, 75% subsidy is being provided for the different sericulture activities, including reeling, spinning, weaving, and grainage units. The next phase of the aquaculture interventions will be taken up as part of the new Meghalaya State Aquaculture Mission 3.0. The mission will focus on creating additional assets, exploring emerging opportunities, and capacity building. The total allocation for the mission over the next 4 years will be 150 crores. The overall allocation for the 2024-2025 for the primary sector activities is 1,670 crores. Economic empowerment and engagement of women. Meghalaya is uniquely matrilineal society where women have historically worked shoulder to shoulder with their male counterparts in contributing towards our economic growth and social progress. That women are at the forefront of generating prosperity in Meghalaya's countryside is evident from the sharp increase in the number of self-help groups in the last 5 years. From just 60,000 women in 2018, the state's SHG network today comprises of 4.37 lakh members. The women's groups collectively have an accumulated corpus of more than 700 crores. Over the next 4 years, our objective is to create women's enterprises with a total valuation of $1 billion. I am allocating 389 crores for 2024-2025 for continued implementation of the SHG program. Women, both as individuals and groups, have taken up successful enterprises in the primary and service sector. Women entrepreneurs have been at the forefront of providing banking services in the rural areas as banking correspondents and bank sakhis. About 60% of Focus beneficiaries and CM Elevate applicants are women. With structured support and hand-holding, the existing women's network of the state can generate about 1 lakh job opportunities. Traditional women networks like Senkanthai organizations from the Khasi Hills and women's group from the Garo Hills have always been active segments of Meghalaya's civil society. They have worked relentlessly to raise awareness on issues of women and child health, alcoholism, and support and substance abuse and rural development. I'm launching a new program for providing funding support and for structured engagement with traditional and new women's network. The overall allocation for 2024-25 for empowerment of women as presented in the gender budget is 5,271 crores. Engaging and employing the youth. Sir, Meghalaya is at the zenith of a demographic dividend with more than 72% of its population below the age of 35. For 2024-2025, I'm allocating an amount of 100 crores for this important program. Community infrastructure and engagement and well-being. So different types of infrastructures are needed at the community level for promoting greater citizen engagement and well-being. There are genuine demands for community halls, play fields and recreational spaces which are being fulfilled through different government programs. Under the Chief Minister's Special Development Fund, an amount of 51 crores was spent in the last 2 years to build various community infrastructures. I'm allocating an amount of 40 crores for 2024-2025 for this program. Infrastructures like gyms, football grounds, cinemas, and cultural spaces that have a revenue potential can be taken up under CM Elevate with government subsidy of 35%. Community halls are being taken up in 450 remote villages under the Meg Life project with an estimated cost of 108 crores. In the next 4 years, the government will build auditoria in all the districts. Budget estimates 2024-25. Sir, 2024-25, I have estimated the total receipts at 27,072 crores, of which the revenue receipts are estimated at 23,000 crores, 23,515 crores, and capital receipts at 3,557 crores. Excluding borrowings of 3,527 crores, the total receipts are estimated to be 23,545 crores. On the expenditure side, I have estimated total expenditure at 27,072 crores, of which revenue expenditure is estimated at 19,653 crores and capital expenditure at 7,419 crores. Excluding repayment loans of 1,498 crores, the estimated total expenditure is 25,574 crores. Interest payments for 2024-25 are estimated at 1,236 crores and pension payments at 1,865 crores. I am therefore presenting the budget for 2024-25 with a fiscal deficit of 2,029 crores, which is about 3.83% of the GSDP. Sir, I would like all members of this august House and citizens to remember this budget as Mission 10, an action plan for building a $10 billion economy through leveraging 10 opportunities and providing 10 guarantees. The accomplishment of Mission 10 in 2028 will coincide with 10 years of the MDA government. Mr. Speaker, sir, with these words, I now commend the budget to this august House. Kublai, Mithila, and Jai Hind.